Hey guys, it's time for Breakthrough with Coach Lew. Coming to you live from Accelerate Life University, XLR8Life.com. Coach Lew will help you break through anything that's stopping you. Are you ready to get the motivation, the energy, the life, and all the success you really want and deserve? With no further ado, here's Coach Lew.
The first to welcome you back to the show. Welcome to Breakthrough with Lew, and we're going to go over some really fun stuff this morning. So do you remember the old Beatles tune? Or maybe you're a little bit younger and you're going, well, I don't really remember it, but I've heard of it. All you need is love. Okay? I honestly think they were on to something there. I really, really do. And we're not going to get all kumbaya and lackadaisical about your life this morning and go, free love, all that, and just sit back and love and it all happens. We're going to dig in and get granular on this. But I really do believe that it comes down to all you need is love. Okay? So what is the first thing you want to do? Let me ask you, when you get good news or you succeed at something, have a great idea, what is that first thing you want to do? Don't you want to share it with somebody you love? Okay? Don't you want to call your spouse and say, I had this great idea, or I made this great move today, or this is just, first thing you want to do is share it, right? Or when you share it with one of your kids. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. Love and connection is part of this thing called the 6 human needs that I'll teach you on a little bit later during the show. I got that from Tony Robbins, but it's an amazing, amazing formula for how you live and the things that you need, right? Okay, so have you ever heard of this thing called failure to thrive phenomenon? Okay, that's where a newborn baby will not live if they don't have love and affection, skin-to-skin contact, being held, being talked to. Okay, and you might say, wow, is that real? It is very real. Okay, ask any medical professional. There is a such thing as a failure to thrive. And it's sad, but true. Okay, so what is this thing called love? What is this? Is it a physiological response or is it a psychological response? Yes. You're like, what do you mean yes? That's a either or question, Coach. What do you mean yes? It is both, okay, guys? It is absolutely both. It is physiological and it is emotional. See, you can start to feel the emotion which triggers a chemical response, or you can get the chemical response that triggers the emotion. And it's really a constant flow is what it is. But it's really a cool constant flow. I mean, there's a lot of emotions. I forget how many. There's like 72,000 different emotions you could experience, or 72,000 different titles for emotions. And so would love not be a great one? Okay. So, like I said, love and connection are part of these 6 human needs, which I'm going to elaborate on and go a step further today. They were founded by Tony Robbins years ago. Okay. Now, while I totally love Tony's iteration of the 6 human needs, what I have found out is there may be a 7th need that until now has yet to be discovered. And you're going to discover it right here on the show on Breakthrough with Lew this morning. Okay, you want to know it? Stick around to the end. I'm going to reveal it to you. Okay? So let's talk about these 6 human needs. Again, I didn't create these. Tony Robbins is the one that extracted them out of all years of knowledge, and that I've expanded on them. Okay, so what are they? You want to know? Well, I'm glad you asked. So here we go, right? Certainty is the first human need. Okay? If you don't have some level of belief that you have some certainty in life, you'd be stark raving mad in fear. Okay? If you didn't have certainty enough that, your building isn't going to fall down on you, you're not going to pay attention to me this morning. If an example would be, in life, in average life is, okay, feeling certain enough that your job and what you're doing is enough to at least pay the rent and have some food left to feed your kids. If you don't have that, you're going to become very uncertain in a negative way, and you're probably going to behave in ways that aren't good. I mean, if your child is going to starve to death, would that not even make a good man steal? Probably. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You need a base level of certainty. Now, certainty, as much as you need it and as awesome as it is, can be a trap. Okay? All right, so then we have the number 2, uncertainty. Wait a minute, you just said you need certainty, Coach. What do you mean you need uncertainty? Okay, without uncertainty, you would go stark raving mad because you would be bored to death. Imagine getting up every day and knowing exactly what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, who you're going to talk to, what's going to be said. Like Groundhog Day, doing the same thing over and over with no chance of uncertainty. Why do you think couples do date night? Okay, a role play or something like that. It's like, okay, you've been together 20 years, you totally love each other, but you got to be got to throw some excitement in there. Okay, uncertainty, going on a roller coaster. Okay, number 1, you might need the need. Number 1, chances are you just watched it go 20 times, nobody fell out. Pretty certain you're going to live through the experience, but you're pretty scared about that first hill and going upside down and everything. You see where that's a good balance of certainty and uncertainty. Okay. Number 3, love and connection. Here we are. All you need is love, love. Yeah, right? Okay, maybe I'm not your best singer in the world, but I can give it a try. You can see I play a little guitar too, but it's fun. All right, love and connection is the one that we're talking the most about today. Okay, we all need some level of love in our life. A lot of people settle for connection. This may not be at the level you desire, okay, which can be fixed if that's the case. But when people lack any love or connection in the world, okay, like think about it. The person that lacks any love or connection, even love or connection for themselves, their spiritual creator, their God, however you call them, think about that. Well, those are usually the ones that end up doing the unmentionable. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. And that's sad too. We don't want that. You got to have love or connection to something. Some people only have a pet that they're connected to, which is great. Okay, a lot of times people are like, my spouse passed or this or that, but I have my cat or my dog. The only problem is they put all the love and connection in one place. And what happens? The pet passes away and they're the same deal. Same thing with people who only have each other and one passes away or leaves, the other one's devastated. So this is going to allude to something else I'm going to talk to, and that's love from multiple sources, okay? Now, number 4 is significance. I'm not going to stay too long on any of these today. I just want to get this out there and get the ball rolling so you understand what your 6 or possibly 7 needs that are your base needs of life, okay? Significance is also necessary. And you might say, well, I don't really need this. I don't need to feel significant. I don't have an ego. Yes, you do. You need significance. Everybody in this world must have a feeling that they matter in a large, a small, a medium way. You must feel that you matter. Okay, that's what significance is about. Significance isn't about, oh, look at me on the runway. Maybe it is, okay? You may be a rock star. I have a friend that was in entertainment, and as time goes on and things change, that can be a letdown. Okay, and I've known many performers and so forth that, you go from on top here in front of the stage all the time, and then happens a lot to musicians. Okay, and public speakers tend to hang out longer. I think the reason is the mission and the motivation there might be the thing that keeps you in the significance. If it is all egocentric, ego-driven, I can imagine that could be something that would be a flash in the pan as opposed to mission-driven. I want to come to you, I like it when I go in the grocery store and somebody goes, hey, it's Coach Lew. Hey, that's cool. I like it. But I know I've touched their life in some way. What I love better is to overhear somebody say, I don't want to tell them, but I was on the show Monday, and wow, it really made a difference. Or, somebody says to me, my brother-in-law was going to do the unmentionable and, heard your show and decided to go get help. Wow. Okay. That is a very significant situation, but done out of love. You see what I'm saying? It's not just look at me. It's what can I do for you? And in the process of that, you are going to get significance. If you're doing great things, you're going to have a significant effect on your world. So significance isn't a bad thing as long as it's not totally egocentric, guys. All right, number 5, this is where it gets really fun. Growth, okay? We all have to be growing or we're dying. Well, you see that in the Bible. You see it in any other spiritual writings. If you're not doing something to grow and get better and be better, you start to deteriorate. If you don't do your curls, your muscles don't grow by themselves. They deteriorate. If you do curls, you get better looking arms. If you do crunches, you get a better looking abs. Of course, you probably should make sure you're eating properly there too, because abs can hide. But that's a discussion for a whole different day. Did I mention to you the show is going 3 days a week? So we're going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday from here on out. Number 6 is contribution. This is probably the best of the best of the best, because you get to take all those 5 gifts, these human needs, and all the ups and downs and sideways that you get with them that give you who you are. But think about this. Now you get to pass them along and multiply them. If you've learned how to be significant by doing something great in your community, and you get other people engaged. Look at the Feed America or whatever it is Tony Robbins started. I forget what the name of it is right offhand, but they started out feeding like 10 families at Thanksgiving. Now they feed hundreds of thousands, millions of people each year at Thanksgiving. What a cool thing, by recruiting, by contributing, but bringing other people on to do that. Okay? So, remember when we were kids, and we would be so excited about Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, at this time of year. But remember when you were so excited to get something and get, it was all about you. But then comes along being an adult, you have your own kids. What's most exciting at Christmas now? The joy of giving, contribution. It's not about receiving as much as to see them. Lex and Ben came down yesterday. They couldn't be down on Christmas. Ben was on duty and stuff, and it couldn't be here on Christmas Day. So we did Christmas, and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I kind of dropped the ball on Christmas. I didn't really get you guys a lot." And it wasn't about. I was like eager to, hey, open your stuff. I want to see you open your stuff. I want to see you smile. Her gifts were thoughtful, and that was the thing. They were thoughtful things I'd use every day. And I was like, it's not about how many, it's not about how much you spend. And I was like, honestly, my biggest joy is to give something to you guys. We enjoyed giving to them. Now, they didn't wrap our presents and we didn't wrap theirs either. It was just one of those things that happens. Life has been going 101 miles an hour, but the thing was, it was the joy of contribution that is the greatest gift in the world. When you hit that point where you can contribute, when you're giving, whether you're helping a charity. Hey, this year we started out a few years back at the auction house, and I'm diverging a little bit, so I'm going to get on with it. But, where we started the toy box, to be able to donate toys to families in need at Christmas. So what happens is, the first year we had 3 or 4 families, 5 families we took care of. This year, we gave out well over 1,000 toys. That's how it grew. Now, it didn't happen all by ourselves. We didn't go to Walmart and go buy a bunch of toys. This happened from our community that we have built around the auction to get people to, even when we get toys in, they buy them, donate them back. And it was like, what a neat thing. Then you always got that bugger that goes, let's make a nonprofit out of this and make some bucks. I'm like, come on, dude. We don't do this for a tax write-off or to create a secondary business. We do this to contribute to the community. Because there's kids that need toys that can't get toys otherwise. Or families at Thanksgiving. We feed some families at Thanksgiving too. We did over 25 families this year in conjunction with Longwood Elementary, which was really awesome. I mean, we really touched the community in a bigger way. First year that we did that, I think we did 3 families. But I'm not tooting our horn here. I'm just saying this contribution is a great thing. So pretty awesome stuff, right? Your 6 human needs. Let's go. Okay, and carry on. Oh, wait. Yeah, you busted me. Yes, there is a 7th need. And I've probably got some people tightening up here going, oh, now what? And I probably could have like somebody like Tony going, what do you mean 7th need? I created 6 human needs. And yes, thank you, did Tony. I just have an addition to that. Not, there's no wrong. 6 human needs is one of the most impactful things I've ever been taught. And one of the most impactful things I can share with you. However, there's another missing link. Okay? For all time, there's been something that, you have these 6 needs, but they're never in balance. Where are they? Balance is your 7th need. Yes, balance of all the 6 needs. Think about it. If one section's way out of whack, the others are going to suffer. If you have too much uncertainty and no certainty, none of the rest of it's going to happen. You're going to have chronic fear, okay? In the reverse, if you have too much certainty and zero uncertainty, you're going to be so bored, you're never going to have any motivation to do anything in life. You're not going to enjoy life. Okay, so think about it. It's like the balance, like the same thing as that roller coaster example I gave you earlier. You've watched people on it. They're probably not flying off. It's not falling off the track. You're probably not going to die by going on it. But it's scary. It's going to get you exhilarated. Did you ever go on it and the scariest part is the anticipation. Then when you drop that first hill and go, this thing you were dragged on and I don't want to go on it. All of a sudden, you're like, you get to the bottom and you're like, I want to go again. Let's go again. What just happened? 5 minutes before you were in rampant fear about it. Now you want to go again. Okay. So when I talk about the balance, the 7th need, I'm not talking about a perfect wheel of each one has the exact, nobody's life has that exact balance. You have your balance. Some people lean a little more towards certainty. Some people go, hey, I'm going to go a little more uncertainty. I'm going to be a little more riskier. Some people value love and connection more. Some people value significance more. And that doesn't make them good or bad. It's what you do with it that matters, okay? But you see what I'm saying here? A balance that works for you. Now, it might not be perfectly round. I don't expect that circle to be perfectly round when you draw it out, but I do expect you to draw that out today and get an idea of where do you tend to go to? Do you go to certainty? Is uncertainty or variety your go-to? Is love and connection your go-to? Hopefully love over connection, but some people settle for connection. Is significance the one you go to? Do you need to be significant? Now, significance, again, if it's ego-driven, can be kind of an overbearing thing, but if it's purpose-driven, significance isn't a bad thing, okay? And then what about growth? The into growth? I am into growth. I love growth. Growth is just, love it. Then contribution. Now, the first 4 are really carnal needs. They're, basic survival needs. The second 2 are next level needs. Everybody needs them, but they're next level needs. And then the 7 to balance this out in a way that works for you. Again, it's not a perfect circle of a wheel. Everybody's gonna value different portions of the 6 differently. All right, back to love. Let's go. So would it be safe to say if you felt more ways to feel love, showed more love and compassion, that we would all have a better life? Just saying. Okay, better relationships and a better world. I mean, really, honestly, if you really felt love more times a day, and I'm not getting all kumbaya, love everybody, love everything, every minute. No, guys, somebody's going to make you mad. Somebody's going to aggravate you. There's going to be people you frankly just don't like, but could you still extend love? Could you look at that person that you don't like and go, well, at least I love you because you're a human being? Would that not make more of a peaceful inner you and a peaceful world? What do you think of that? Okay? So what I want you to do this week, I have some homework for y'all. This week, keep a mini journal about what makes you feel loved and what makes you feel loved. Okay, list out the people. Number one, you can put on the top of this page. List out the people you love and why you love them. Okay, number two, you're going to create 2 ways you can show love. First, to the people you already love, which is easier. So how do you intensify that? And then how do you show love for the people you frankly don't even like in some sort of way to send that out to them? Because I have a secret I'm going to share with you. Okay, they may not send it back to you. Love doesn't always come back from the person you send it to. And I'm not talking about, oh, love, love, love. I'm talking about compassion and stuff. And then you have the deeper level of love you have with your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend. You have the different unconditional love that you have for your children and stuff like that. See, it's not all the same. It's not all the same level. You don't kumbaya and it's all okay. You take an active role and go, you know what? What if I show a little bit more love to a stranger? You know, be kind. That's a showing of love. That doesn't mean you're in love with every person you walk down the street and see. But what if one day, in the back of your head, every person you encountered, before you had any interaction with them, you thought, I love you. You're a human being. I love you. Not being all mushy, oh, I love you. But really, honestly, just I love you because you're a human being. You're a child of God. You're a child of however you call your creator. You know, what if you did that? Okay? What if you actually did that? And then the big secret of this is, what does it take to feel love? What does it really feel? What does it take? When you give love, you feel love. What a cool concept, huh? Okay, so today is not a kumbaya session, rather some real tools you can use and to understand those 6 human needs. Make sure you got an understanding of that. If not, reach out to me. I'll help boost that up for you. How love plays into the factor. And Wednesday, we're going to follow up on today's love lessons to make sure, so tune in. 7 a.m. guys, submit questions, put questions, hit me with questions on Facebook, on our chat, wherever you're watching me. You know, get it on there and let's answer your questions. Let's help you grow. Let's help you get better at this stuff. So your homework, learn those 6 human needs. Go over this again and again. This will be on the site. It'll be on at xlr8life.com on our blog. So the replay will be up later on. You can also catch us on Spotify or Spreaker or any of the major podcasts. You can hear the audio. Please share this with your friends, guys. Please like it. If you're watching it on YouTube or something, like the video, subscribe. Let me help you do more with what you got. Okay, you already have what you need within you. Sometimes it's just learning how to tap into it. How do I love more? How do I have more confidence? How do I feel more secure so that Rocco, cut it out. Rocco's hungry. The little green part of the family here, the little green guys. Water dragons, love them. If you're looking to get a lizard, they're the best. They are the sweetest, most loving, smart for a lizard critters. All right, anyhow, guys, I got to get the day going here, and it's been a pleasure to serve you this morning. God bless y'all. Have an amazing day. Live with faith, energy, passion. Always live your dreams, and get some Life Boost coffee, guys. It has to be the best coffee in the world. I'll leave you some links for it. Absolutely delicious. I am a affiliate of theirs, so I will get a small commission if you order through my links, so please use my links. But I don't represent them because of that. I represent them because of the absolute quality of their product and how freaking delicious it is. Be blessed. Have an amazing day. I'll see you guys on the next roundabout. And until then, get that passion and love going.
Ready to take it to the next level? Tune in to XLR8Life.com for our live shows, encore presentations, life-changing courses, and live coaching with Coach Lew himself. As Coach Lew always says, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live your dream.